Yeah. Give thanks for life. Rastafari. We'll be going live shortly with HTS Livity and also live with you on Instagram. So just share the link to your people everywhere. You know, give thanks for all those on you on Instagram and all those beautiful people there on YouTube. Also give thanks for life and the mighty life giver. Definitely. Real Jazz 7. Yes, honorable, give thanks. Give thanks will be coming in live shortly. And you know, just go through a little meditation. Give thanks. I'm sitting by. Yes, give thanks for all those of you. I mean, definitely. Just let us know where you are blessing from. Now, born a queen, blessed love, honorable. Also, Yashua vibes, more life, honorable. Same to the eye. Give thanks. We'll be going live. Yeah, give thanks, Costa Rica. Blessed love, KKC, honorable. It is a healing from Toronto, Canada. Give thanks. Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life given. We give thanks for all good things around us as sent from Zion above. So we praise Farai for his divine love, and definitely we give thanks for this opportunity, whereby we'll have, a moment in reasoning and meditation on Livity, because definitely most times people don't take a little moment just to shift perspective and hold a meditation towards the reasons why certain things are how they are, and are these things there right, and and is it that everything is good with how things are operating, and scientifically, in the time and space that we are in, I mean scientifically, there is no doubt that we have the I would say, well, I mean, science has reached a point whereby the amount of knowledge that we have of the physical man is tremendous. And if it is that the main purpose of science and technology was for the betterment of man, the eradication of sickness and disease, you would have found that right now, as we speak, I mean, the world would have been a beautiful, awesome, wonderful space. I'm not talking about outer space, I'm not talking about just out of space. I'm talking about the world would have been this wonderful, beautiful space, whereby we would not even want to go out of space and go outer space, or you would love your own universe enough that you could stay within the realms of creation, that you could really fully embrace nature, the earth, and its full beauty and glory, and how awesome creation is. I mean, creation is phenomenal. Creation is awesome. The simplest things, man. The sound of rain on the galvanized, or the sound of water flowing, the sound of a bird chirping, seeing a little earthworm, and all these different little simple aspects of life. I mean, nature is just phenomenal, right? When you look at a sunset, or a sunrise, or a star, or full moon, or when the moon is dark and gives no light, then you have that opportunity to behold the full beauty of all the stars in the heavens. So there is no lack of beauty in creation. So let us just say that. Take a moment to deviate from your common day thinking, right? And have a meditation of the possibilities that could be. And then honestly and critically just question your reality. Just question your reality. Right? And ask yourself, is the system that we are living in a system that is for the upliftment of humanity, for the benefit of the ocean, for the benefit of the forest, for the benefit of the rivers, for the benefit of the birds, for the benefit of the bees, for the benefit of, the very beauty of creation, to the extent that we are moving away from nature, ital, to a state of existence whereby some people, and I'm talking about the billionaires, the billionaire club, a set of them, they want to build a colony out of space. Imagine, that God, Allah, Amun-Re, Amun-Ra, Buddha, whatever, you want to say, But you know that we say Rastafari, right? Whatever it is that you think that your source is, blessed us with this abundance and everything was created, in this perfection. And you mess it up so much. You mess it up so much that you want to charge people $1 million then to take a flight outer space and then build a colony, invest billions, invest billions in building a colony, or trillions for sure. Build a colony outside there in outer space and create a synthetic system. Yet still you're destroying what you have. And another set of billionaires want to create what they call the metaphase, the metaverse. A space that is separate from reality. So right now you want like virtual reality. So you don't really want to see an apple or a pear or a tamarind or a river. Probably you could just stay in your couch and sit down and put on the shades, and tap into a world, and then you believe like you are seeing an apple and you're seeing a pear, because particular pathways of your brain is being stimulated and gives you that same reaction and that response like you are really, seeing an apple or seeing a pear, or you are living in this space with a family, and then you have brothers and sisters, and you have your wife, and then you have your children and everything in this metaverse, and then you have your work and you do all your things, and so you move away from creation, and then you spend your billions into creating a synthetic reality, than a reality that was given to us, nice and clean and pure, to be keepers of, to maintain it clean and sincere, and to take care of nature, earth, and creation. So we were brutal in destruction, and because there is no billionaire or trillionaire that is saying that, look, I'm going to make the earth, the planet, this a better place. I'm going to clean every single dirty river. I'm going to ensure that, all the filth and all the waste that they put in the river, I'm going to invest in all things and all greatness to ensure that the earth is clean and all the rivers filled with silt and things. We're going to build them back up, get stones and bring back the ancient fish life. Just build it and the animals will come and clean the earth. There is no really trillionaire, that is, because you need to be a trillionaire to be able to take on such a mammoth task, while the others are running away from this space, right? The space that we were given, the space that was beautiful, and all manners of animals and birds and bees, and so many different animals have been killed and eaten You see, the people eat out animals, man. Like literally eat them out. You know, eat them until there's no more. You know? So people, you could consciously be a man with great abundance and your purpose. Okay, that's what Pre-Kailash really, is about. It's about a man, with ambitions to actually make the world a better place. So while these billionaires and these other billionaires over there trying to create something synthetic, what we have to do is focus on this creation that we have been given and embrace our culture and our tradition to the extent that we could perpetuate natural rivers and natural springs and clear oceans and coral reefs and all manner of different beautiful colored fishes. You never see a video of when you look underneath the ocean and you see this beautiful coral reef, these fishes. And I remember growing up, when you go in the sea, fishes would be swimming all around, man. They're eating out all the fishes, man. Imagine that man eating out the fishes. That man gets so greedy, man. Right? And so selfish. Right? Apart from just selling the fishes. They're selfish. But they got so greedy that I remember growing up and right on the beach, right close to the shore, fishes would be swimming and you'd see schools of fishes just swimming. And beautiful. I love fishes. I love fishes, I don't love to eat fishes. I love, seeing the fishes and see how beautiful they are. And see them swimming and see the animals and see everything and really, full joy, the glory, but the greed, the greed that people have, they eat out all the fishes, man, and then they, you used to have sea urchins, what they call sea eggs all on the shore. I remember seeing people breaking the sea eggs alive and sucking the things out of it, You don't even see these things there again, man. You understand? So we are in a point whereby basically that we have to consciously make an effort, a conscious effort towards creating an atmosphere that is conducive for the upliftment of mankind and humanity. Consciously. So, when it is that we analyze our present predicament, and then you have, I remember when the SARS-CoV-2 virus hit St. Lucia, and the first cases of COVID-19 actually hit St. Lucia, and then, and one of my TV programs, I actually came out with a pot, I said, well, culturally, what we know, how we know of taking care of respiratory tract infections, culturally, traditionally, what our ancestors taught us is that you do a nasal steam. So I was on this television, and bringing my herbs, my gully root and my simecontract and neem and basil and patchouli and vervine and herbs, and put the herbs in the hot water, literally, and showed people how to do a natural nasal steam in St. Lucia. So at least that they could safeguard themselves against the COVID-19. You know what happened? YouTube took down my video. Okay, all right. So you telling me that YouTube just took down the video? I'm just saying, just take down the video because. So why then? So you telling me that if I am going to tell my people that the way that we supposed to take care of a respiratory tract infection, right, is to do a nasal steam and just show the herbs, right? Then that means that the world not supposed to know about that. People not supposed to know about that. So this is false information. So taking a nasal steam with some hot herbs, aromatherapy, right, to assist you in the time that you are going through a level of difficulty. You take down the video. YouTube took down the video, man. I'm telling you. You know? And everyone knows that I'm doing a YouTube live also. YouTube knows, it's not, they gave me a strike some time ago because I said, well, RNA interference, and some people, some conspiracy theorists say that the RNA virus and the vaccine can still, interfere in people's RNA. And they gave me a strike. I think I mentioned that twice in that video, and then they gave me a strike and said, well, you cannot, you've gone against the guidelines of the community. And so I'm saying that I'm no conspiracy theorist. I don't come and talk about no conspiracy and these type of things. We come and speak facts. I went to medical school just like any other doctor. I chose to actually divert to herbal medicine. I studied, so I cut lots of dead bodies. I had to identify nerves and vessels and where was the origin of that that muscle. What's its attachment? What's the function? I use microscopes. I use blood agar and also CMOS agar to grow bacteria and see whether they are gram positive or gram negative based upon how they grow in microbiology. You understand? So it's not like you are talking about some type of someone as illiterate. So it's not like we're speaking about, okay, well, we don't believe in this and we don't believe in that, and we don't believe in virus and we don't believe in this. I look at cells of people with hepatitis and I consider the cells of the liver and all the fats and everything in the cells of the liver, the big fat bubbles and everything. I use microscopes. In fact, I was excellent in histology. I was, really like a student, in my first year of medical school at Cuba, man. I had to do what they call a mesa redonda, a round table on a disease, and I was given the responsibility to do the histological aspect of that particular disease. How does the cells look under a microscope? So I fully embrace science. My first anatomy class in Cuba with Professor Privis. When I enter into the lab, I saw a leg there, a head there. You see human eyes staring at you, an arm, a leg, a this, a that. A real arm and a real leg. And tables and all them different body parts all around the place. I went through that trauma. So if it is that I came and I'm explaining a process, scientifically. And then someone is telling me then that what I am telling the people, you want to actually deliberately determine who is going to participate. So if it is that you're saying that I'm not supposed to tell people that my ancestors use this herb, that herb, and that herb, and this herb, and that herb to do this and that and that and that, when all of us know, everyone who actually study medicine knows that originally, the original pharmacology, right, came from the study of plants and the extraction of plant material. Everyone knows that the original pharmacist, the original, I'm not talking about the person who go and study pharmacy today, you know, or pharmacology today, you know. I'm talking about the original pharmacist used to be the one in their chambers mixing and creating the medicines and giving it to you. So you'd come and they'd put do the syrup, mix up the syrups and things and give it to you. If your bottle, if your nice amber glass bottle, and you go with it until the advent of your, what you call your pharmaceutical companies. The pharmacist was the man that was creating the medicines. So why is it then that there is an attitude towards the source? So it's that same kind of mentality whereby we destroy nature and creation so much, and instead of now investing the billions into building back the rivers, having nature resorts, nature parks, ending poverty, feeding the poor, rehabilitate criminals and people who are deviant in society, really rehabilitate them. Take an interest with people with mental disease, sickness, that, oh, that man mad, this man mad, oh, that person they're mad. You know, take an interest and create a space deliberately for the betterment and upliftment of man. Spend the billions doing that. So you want to control so much who that participate, that you are telling me that now I cannot tell someone to use that herb and this herb and this herb and this herb to take a nasal steam. You're gonna take down my video. Yes, boss. Right? And then now I cannot. So what kind of world is that then? What type of world is a world that you are not allowed to share your ancestral knowledge? You are not allowed to share like real knowledge, because everybody knows that I mean the black willow plant, that's where the original aspirin comes out of. Aspirin is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Right? So the active ingredient of aspirin is a component of the black widow plant. So don't believe like as if you don't know that. So if it is that someone is suffering from inflammation, right? And I say, well, it's about information. Okay, you could, use the black widow plant. Then you want to tell me that I'm not supposed to stay there. So when you know that the same active ingredient of aspirin, it originally, the chemical patent came from the same active ingredient from the black widow plant. The fact that aspirin is being utilized as a blood thinner was a mistake. That's not that was not aspirin thing when it comes to the whole aspect of the whole aspect of aspirin is now utilized as that whole aspect of or to control, prevent heart attacks and to prevent. Aspirin was never created for that. Aspirin makes more money for that than for really being what you call a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Right? So you know that the plants contain, right, a botanic, a natural salicylic acid, You check the chemical structure of the salicylic acid. You create a synthetic one. You create your patent for it. All right, okay, wow, that's good. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I applaud you. Hooray, man. I mean, great advancement in science. We actually can do these things to actually uplift humanity. So what? Okay, good for you. That's what you want to do. But if I'm saying now, I prefer to use the plant. So then you telling me I cannot say that then. So I'm mad. Okay, I'm deviant. Okay, I am a conspiracy theorist or whatever tags that you want to give someone that comes with science and knowledge and truth. And you want to prevent them from participating in trying to resolve a situation whereby there are people who are actually suffering. So what type of system is that? So you're telling me that if it is that you are a conscious person and then you are living in a space whereby the people that have the billions and control the narrative, because it's a man, you know, a man that owns YouTube, and a man that owns Facebook, and a man that owns, you know, Instagram, is men that own them things there. It's men. But the prerogative of the men of the world, right, is not for, you know, cleaner rivers and lakes with freshwater fishes and plenty of birds flying around the place and all that. If that's really your prerogative, man, I mean, heal the world. If, you know, I could have go in the mountains in Mac and create a little, you know, with my itsy bitsy, teeny weeny bit of finances compared to I could have used my widow's might, my all, to create a natural space, help the river to actually flow better and bring back fish and crayfish and all type of things and plant trees that parrots could actually come and all them different type of things. Come on. So if someone can do that, can't you do it if you're billions and you're trillions and make the world a better place? Of course. So we're saying that the objective of the people that actually determine who participates. So, I mean, they say, well, you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't act this and you can't act that. And then they have so much force, not power, you know, force, that they could press a button and pause and then press a button and pause and prevent you from freely expressing yourself. And then God knows, the Creator knows that the knowledge is truth and it will help to assist people and save people's life. I mean, I met people after that told me that, you know, they used the steam and thing when they were not well and thing and all these things that they did and thing, and I felt good to know I would have contributed because the program was also aired on national television. So it is our responsibility, you know, because we know that the only reason that wickedness actually prospers is because the people who knows better, that they do nothing about it. You know, so people have no type of I mean, you're supposed to really care about your space. You know, when I go through the city and I see the state of Castries City, man. You know, the state of the city and the filth and all these different things that, you know, for so many years, I can understand how as an educator, I mean, people have degrees and PhDs and all type of thing in economics, and people have all type of degrees in all type of engineering and all type of things, and still the city is just filled with rats, and if a rainfall it floods up and rusty buildings, and that's supposed to be the capital city. Yeah, with all of our intelligence. Yeah. So if it is that with all of our intelligence and all of our brilliance of mind, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you that we genuinely come together as a people and say that we are working towards uplifting the community. We're going to clean the streets. We're going to make sure that everything is all right, and we're going to work towards, everything would have happened already, man. So the same way, if it is that we really wanted diabetes to be out of everything, man, there would be no diabetes in the world. If it is that we really wanted to take care of cancer, man, there would have been no cancer in the world, because we would have been spending hundreds of billions, in making sure that we have good foods grown organically. We would make sure that we have clean water in our taps. We'd make sure that people get lots of sunshine. It wouldn't only be dependent of who can afford a ticket from that country to come to that country. There would have been international citizenship, whereby people just free to actually freely go and embrace you could just come to St. Lucia and go and sit down under the pitons and go to the sulfur spring and go and sit down in the hot bath and hold a meditation, get some black mud on your skin. So the world don't have to be how it is. It's by design. So you could sit down then and let your future be one whereby somebody is going to determine. Somebody is going to determine who lives there and who don't live there. And then they're going to build this colony. But you never see the movies whereby they have this big ship and they're carrying everybody to a colony out of space. You understand? So that's the plan. So as unrealistic as it seems, that's the plan. Right? Now, or create a synthetic one, a virtual reality one, whereby, or your wife gives you some trouble, you just put on your shades and you go to your other life. And you sit down on your couch and you're getting fat and thing, and and sometimes you even poop on you and you're even checking yourself. You poop on you and pee on you and you're there and you're in a different world. Your shades on your eye, but in that shades, probably your belly big like that, but in that life, you're muscular and you're strong and you live in the life, and then you're there if you have the free human hair and they're coming in and you're a superstar and you sit down and that's your life in it, but that's your virtual reality when you put on your shades. But when you take out that shades that you poop on you and you pee on you and your place filthy, rats and things running all over your place and all them different type of things there. Right? Instead of you now working in your reality and create a reality that is actually the best for you. So we could decide what the future holds. So the man who wants to create the colony in outer space, he's just a man, not different. The man who wants to do metaverse is just a man, no different. So if they could come together and put their money together to create that. So what about every one of you outside there, everyone who wants to create the heaven on earth and protect it, and consciously, you acquire as much property as you can, and then you just make it into nice, beautiful spaces, and you contribute to the wellness of people, and you make sure that if you have mental disease and depression and anxiety, you have special retreats and things, and you bring people into that controlled environment of positive affirmation. Everything is nice because you're making the money. So all that money that you're wasting doing crap with, you couldn't have a nice space where people could come with mental disease and sit down in a nice, beautiful, calm place, and everybody dressed nice linens and or 100% cotton garment with clean water and lots of fresh fruits, you know, and all these things, and you plant the garden, beautiful. And people could come and full joy themselves and heal naturally by doing that. Because if we want it, then we would have created it. So it's our responsibility. So the people who actually embrace creation and embrace the earth, it's your responsibility to change your space into a space that is in that whole level of synchronicity, harmony, symbiotic relationship with creation. So you won't go and spray some pesticide, right? And then you spray the pesticide to kill grass, and then you're walking on that same thing barefooted, killing yourself. And afterwards, you might want to go in the river and drink the same water, not understanding that the pesticide itself, the half-lives of these pesticides, the time it takes for these pesticides to come out of the earth is probably over 100 years. You know, so as a people, what are we doing? You know, so you ask yourself the question, are the people that are actually controlling who participates? What are the intentions? And then what is your intention? What are you willing to do for the upliftment and for the betterment of mankind? So if we are expecting that someone else is going to come and do it, no. You have to get up and be a leader in your own self and come and do it. So it is for the power of unity, for the power of oneness, of a single-mindedness and a one cause, that what would happen is that we could, as location and a space at a time, the same way that people create concrete jungles, you could create natural, beautiful spaces. You know, so instead of just planting, because I know that there are projects, like there are like beautification projects, whereby they are beautifying spaces. I remember even here in St. Lucia, when on the Denry Road, they got some, probably $11 million to do some kind of a development there. And they just went and they planted palm trees all along the highway. I say, them man, they really have time wasting, you know. Them man, they get 11 million, you know, also. And then they plant palm trees all on the highway. Now, all them palm trees now covered with bush and grass and all type of thing, with no use. That palm tree, you're going to pay somebody to plant the palm tree. Pay somebody to clean around the palm tree. The palm tree not bearing no fruit. The palm tree is supposed to be beautification. Don't you know of a palm tree that does grow fruit? Anyone on Insta, do you know a palm tree that actually grows fruit? If you have money to beautify a space, tell me one palm tree that actually grows fruit. Very simple. Nobody answer, nobody typing it. A palm tree that grows fruit. Huh? No, I mean, no, doesn't seem like. Okay, all right. Rasquam, you said coconut. Okay, all right. So let's say that I'm talking about almost the dates palm also. I'm saying about 10 years ago in St. Lucia, they got this big project whereby they say they want to develop, like I said, the East Coast and all type of thing. And miles of road. They were paying people to cut grass. They had their 11 million, so they built a thing, and then they had a Land Rover just parked there for for years, man. They have a building. I said, them people are real evil, you know. They built a thing and they will Land Rover park there for years, man. 5, 6, 7 years. Then I think just recently that Land Rover come out of there. Them old, you know, rugged Land Rover, and they park it right there, and then they planting palm trees all along underneath the electric lines, and pay people to cut the grass so people could see palm trees. Where are palm trees now? Now, let's just say that they had planted coconuts all along the highway. They planted like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. All remember, it's a palm, beautifully, coconut trees. Then, after 5 years of spending the millions that they gave you to beautify, and if you had beautified the coconut trees, but a palm is a palm. A palm grows, we're talking about St. Lucia. Date grow in St. Lucia too, but palm is a palm. Coconut will grow, honorable. Coconut does grow. I plant coconut tree at Mount Kailash, and within 3-4 years, I'm already drinking coconut from these coconut trees. So I'm saying that same money that was invested in that, you could have planted coconut trees, and after 5 years, you'd have to pay these people again that taking care of that coconut tree, because what they'd be harvesting coconuts, bottling it, and selling it to the supermarket, paying their salary, and be able to employ people. And then probably you could say, well, along the streets everywhere in St. Lucia, along the highways and the byways, we're going to make it conducive to plant coconuts and develop an industry of fresh coconut water, good for the health of the people. And then also you could say, well, the dry coconuts, you'll come forward again if you have coconut oil. So instead of importing coconut oil, you make coconut oil naturally, and then you just sell your dry coconuts to cook and things. You know how expensive one dry coconut is now? One dry coconut is $2, $3 for one dry coconut. I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying that as simple as it is, people that just do things, man. They could have planted avocados. They could have and let people take care of it. So the same way that you say, well, okay, you want to put like, they have programs that they call like programs where they say they empower people to clean the streets and cut the grass and all these different type of things, when they could literally spend the millions into creating a sustainable industry whereby you could just plant fruit trees. Imagine that all the bush acres of land that's with waste, you have fruit trees, beautiful fruit trees that people could eat. And you could actually have your soursop. Let's say you plant a couple of acres of soursop, and then you have your soursop factory. You make soursop juice, soursop pop, soursop ice cream, all kind of soursop things. In your school feeding program, you give the children soursop. Instead, you want to go and give them soda and Coca-Cola and Sprite. You invest your millions to build factories, and then to produce, give them sugar, that'll give them diabetes and cancer. So you spend millions, to build factories, to do Coca-Cola and Sprite, right? And Chubby and all these different little things. And to make people drink, and you know that they're going to get sick. And you know that some of them contain all type of evil, wicked, cancer-causing things inside of them. The color and so acidic, can eat up your teeth. You spend millions in that to bring these things there forward than to just plant 20 acres of soursop. And you just, you pay people, they take care of the soursop. Right? You use the soursop to make juices, nice, healthy juices. And you know that the juices would actually help to prevent, that'll make people live longer. Because all of us here in St. Lucia know that if it is that you're peeing in bed, you could eat, if your bladder is weak, you could eat the heart of the soursop, and it stops you from wetting your bed. So that's the power of the soursop. You know that? Apart from what people say about anti-cancer, anti-this, anti-that, we grow up knowing that power. So why is it that we don't invest in that type of development? Instead, you want to give grant funding to a factory that produces alcohol. You see, some of them factories that giving alcohol. You see, I never get no grant funding, to do nothing healthy. I never get no grant funding to do nothing healthy. Or everything that, there are times in the past, I'm telling you, that you might think that it's easy, We have about 15 more minutes. You could open up the lines, please. We'll take some calls. Open up the lines. Right? I'm telling you that up to what they like today, remember, we've spoken and then we've not advertised. I don't have no advertisement of no products and nothing. To say, well, my my 1 hour is filled up with ads and I'm just advertising. I have businesses, I have plenty of businesses I could advertise in that space. So when you see me on Instagram and you see me on YouTube speaking, and I'm live on national TV in St. Lucia, this is paid time. That's paid time. So I'm paying to actually come and tell you to eat healthy. So if you all think as if it's I'm in all them things that I paying to come and tell you to eat healthy. So even you on Instagram, I'm paying, you know, for data. You know, so I have a bill that I have to pay. Be ill. Yes, caller, blessed. Yes, hi. Are you high? Yes, go ahead, sister. Yeah. Well, also because nobody talking about it except Risky Lash. You know, if it is that, yeah, you could say what the sister. I'm just going to repeat what you said, beloved. And thank you very much for that call. So our other audience on Instagram could get a sense. What the sister was saying is that she was passing in front of a TV, and then you wouldn't hear what she's saying because I'm live on national television. Those of you on Instagram. So I'm hearing when the caller calls, I'm getting in my earphone, so I'm just telling you. So she said she saw what I was saying on the TV, and then she stood and she was saying that all the herbs that from creation, as the book of Genesis said, the herbs were for the healing of the nation. These herbs are still there. And yes, they are still there. And you were also saying that the reason why we're not using it is because we have fallen off. But I'm saying the reason also is because no one is actually spreading that message as aggressively as they advertising alcohol and soft drinks and fast foods and junk foods. You know, so yes, God does his part, but we have to do our part. Kosola, yeah. We can't go wrong. Give thanks, my sister, for the call, right? Because we have some other people trying to come on. Give thanks so much, love. You know, definitely, yes, the sister was saying if we teach the children the message, then I mean, we can't go wrong. But the thing about it is that, you know, you can't blame the people who want to sell the soft drinks. They spend money on the ads. You can't blame the people who want to sell the alcohol. They spend money on the ads. You can't blame the people who want to actually do the thing. The people actually spend money on what they want to promote, right? So over the past from 2005, right, from 2005 after I graduated from medical school, right, from 2005, it's money we've been spending, you know. We used to pay our own ticket and travel all over the world and go and preach the, um, you know, the words of wellness and eat well and do this and do that and break down the science of the physical structure. You know, yes, caller, go ahead. Oh, I'm blessed, beloved. Give thanks for calling. Yes, you have, you want it. What happened to it? It's a herb. I mean, Jew of Glow is a herb that the flower of it looks like the clove. You know, it normally grows around watery areas, right? And the flower of it just look like a clove thing. That's why they call it Jew of Glow, because Jew of is clove, right? And glow because it actually grows by watery places. Very good for the urinary system. Good also to boost up the immune system. What's that? I can send it to you. Just give is the WhatsApp number there. Just text your message and I'll send it to you. The scientific name. All right. All right. Bless. Give thanks. Yeah, man. Love. Yeah. So definitely, I mean, it is for us. We have a responsibility to step up. Give thanks for all of you on Instagram. If you have anything to ask, anything to say, I mean, definitely we post the number on there also, so wherever you are you could actually call. But we don't play, you know. We spend our money to push the agenda that we want to push, you know. So it's not like as if we're sitting down and think. We push our finances, whatever money that we have, to push an agenda of righteousness and cleanliness and love the earth and love the plants and love the bees and love everything, you know. That's what we spend our money, and we do, you know. So the same way, it's not like it was a conscious decision. You know, it's not like I was dumb or the dullest person in my class. On the contrary, you know, I was, from secondary school, I was the brightest in my class. You know, so we make a conscious decision to actually come forward and teach people in that light. So you cannot say that what we are saying is of no significance to us as a people, because if we have to we have to utilize the science that we have learned to create a system that is effective for our people. So even now, as we have the St. Jude's Hospital, a hospital have been destroyed for so long, and I mean, year after year, you mean to tell me that you all people have no heart? You all spend so much. Yes, caller, blessed, give thanks. Yes, blessed, give thanks, my sister. How are you doing? I am blessed. Oh, give thanks for watching the live. Where are you calling from? Oh, Vancouver, Canada. Give thanks, beloved sister. Well, I mean, the whole of St. Lucia is hearing you, you know, so you could probably send them a message of love and a message of prosperity. So you have about a minute or so. Go ahead. Well, you could go ahead. Oh, give thanks for the love. You have a beautiful voice, and I know that the people of St. Lucia have indeed been blessed. So give thanks for your call, beloved sister. please send us a please send us a direct message so at least we could know exactly who exactly blessed us this evening. Give thanks, beloved. Yeah, love to the eye also. Give thanks. So give thanks for all our people. I mean, the sister from Vancouver just called her and just sang a beautiful rendition. I mean, I'm sure that she didn't call and ask a question. She just blessed the airways of our people with some love. So we give thanks for that love. We give thanks for that beautiful vibration. So those of you who want to give us a call, we have about 3 more minutes. Definitely, we could, if you want to call from anywhere and send a blessings, you could do that. We are already typing the number wherever you are. Remember, when you call in, and definitely you're going to just be live with the population of St. Lucia. I purchased the answer, have been having it for almost 1 month. The response is remarkable. Brain fog cleared up. Many thanks for this product, Pre-Scale. Yeah, man, the answer is the answer. Yes, bro, Livity, I man from Houston, Texas. Blessed love, my brother. Give thanks for all those of you who have been with us tonight. If you have any message in our last 2 minutes or so, what we'll do, we could just read out your messages. Those of you on Instagram, we have about 2 minutes. If you have a message, you could just post it and we just read it. Give thanks for all those of you who were live with us this evening. Let us make a conscious effort to make the world a better place. Let's invest in ourselves, in uplifting nature and making nature a nicer place and have a safer place for our children. Give thanks. Any more things? The answer is the answer. Facts, definitely. Juicy James. Give thanks. Anyone with anything else to say, they could actually just say it now. As we are coming to a close and we have about 2 more minutes. No more calls. That's it. People in St. Lucia, man, no one didn't even call and tell the sister from Vancouver who sang Give Thanks. I mean, someone from St. Lucia should have called and said, give thanks, right? Give thanks, for the sister who actually came and sang so beautifully. Yes, give thanks from Northern Canada. Blessed, very grateful for what you do, Honorable Priest. Kilash, you are like an oasis in the desert. I'm just like a priest in the wilderness. Come to see how I could assist my people. Yes, Lisa Wright, give thanks. Definitely give thanks for all those of you who have been with us. Somebody from St. Lucia, man, we have about a minute or so. Come on, call the thing and tell the people, the sister give thanks for her rendition that she actually think. I can't believe you have people there who won't call. And I mean, come on, we should have better in national hospitality. I mean, St. Lucian people are known to be very hospitable, beautiful people. Give thanks from Mickwood, blessed love, honorable. The number is 1-758-452-2693. 1-758-452-2693. Yep. You have 1 more minute, That'll be embarrassing for you all. Nobody to call and say give thanks to the sister. Very embarrassing. But not me, I'm saying my give thanks. Give thanks, my beloved sister. Such a wonderful rendition again for, coming here and calling on out the international, number and spend that minute. Yes, caller, blessed. Give thanks. Give thanks for standing up. Give thanks, honorable. Give thanks, sister, for calling. Give thanks for the love, right? So, give thanks. Give thanks. So, give thanks. Our time definitely is up. I think right now it's 10 o'clock on the dot. So, all those of you who were with us, give thanks. And the sister from St. Lucia did call to give thanks for the sister who actually called and sang from Vancouver. Give thanks for all those of you who were with us this evening. And just remember that, you have power, not force, So what you have to do specifically, you have to just, keep on doing the good that and fully embrace everything that the ancestors have given us, Give thanks for life and mighty life giver. May the Almighty keep on blessing you and keep His holy face to shine on your holy face. Blessed love, give thanks.